Here's something nobody talks about. In the West, the worst thing that can happen to you is going broke. In most of Asia, going broke is survivable. What is not survivable is losing face. And if you don't know what that means, you don't understand Asia at all. We're not talking about embarrassment. We're not talking about awkward family dinners. We're talking about a force so powerful it has collapsed billion-dollar companies, ended marriages before they started, and quietly driven people to make decisions that make absolutely zero financial sense. This is the hidden operating system running underneath every Asian household, boardroom, and relationship. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The concept is called face. In Chinese, it's mianzi. In Korean, kemiyin. In Japanese, mianmu. Different words, identical pressure. Face is basically your social currency, your reputation, your worth, but not the kind you put in a bank account. It's the kind your entire family either deposits into or withdraws from every single day. Here's the wild part. Face is not just personal, it's collective. When you fail, your parents lose face. When your parents lose face, your entire extended family takes a hit. It ripples outward like a stone dropped in water. That's not a metaphor. That's how millions of people actually structure their decisions. But here's where it gets really interesting, because face doesn't just affect personal life. It runs entire economies. And that's the part nobody is talking about. Let's talk money. Asia is home to some of the fastest growing luxury markets on Earth. China alone accounts for nearly 40% of global luxury spending. Now ask yourself why. Because Asians are rich. Some are. But many of those luxury buyers are middle-income families stretching their budgets to breaking point. This isn't about enjoying nice things. This is face in action. That Hermes bag isn't a bag. It's a signal. It says, we are not struggling. We have arrived. Don't look down on us. The purchase is rational within the face economy, and brands know this. That's why luxury companies don't just sell in Asia. They perform in Asia. Bigger stores, more ceremony, more theater. Because in a face-driven culture, how you buy matters as much as what you buy. You're not shopping. You're broadcasting your status to everyone watching, and someone is always watching. Now let's talk about something darker. South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates among developed nations. Japan consistently ranks among the most overworked populations on the planet. Academic burnout among young people across East Asia is a documented crisis, and face is sitting quietly at the center of all of it. Because face doesn't just reward success, it punishes failure, loudly, collectively. In many Asian communities, a child dropping out of university isn't just a personal setback, it's a family crisis. Neighbors talk, relatives compare, parents feel the shame physically, like a weight they carry in public. So kids don't quit, they collapse. This is what makes face so dangerous as a system. It is an incredible motivator. Asian economies have used it to build world-class education systems, ultra-disciplined workforces, and some of the most innovative companies alive. But the same pressure that builds also breaks. Face is a weapon, and like all weapons, it doesn't care who it hits. But here's what's shifting right now, and this part is important. Younger generations across Asia and Asian diaspora communities worldwide are starting to reject the face system openly. Gen Z Koreans are posting about therapy on social media. Young Chinese professionals are participating in what's called the lie flat movement, deliberately opting out of the achievement race. In Singapore and Hong Kong, conversations about mental health that were once completely taboo are now mainstream. This isn't rebellion for its own sake. This is an entire generation recognizing that they have been optimizing for an audience that may not even be watching anymore. The parents who built that pressure, they built it to survive a different world. Scarcity, war, immigration, discrimination. Face was a shield then. For many young Asians today, it feels more like a trap. And the tension between those two realities, the generation that needed face to survive, and the generation suffocating under it, that is the most interesting cultural story in Asia right now. Nobody's fully won that argument yet. If you want to go deeper into the untold stories behind Asian culture, power, and the systems most people never see, hit subscribe to Deep Dive Stories before the algorithm quietly buries this one. So here's the reframe. The West built its economy on individual ambition. Chase money, build wealth, make yourself proud. Asia built its economy on collective reputation. Protect the family name. Never let the community see you fall. Make everyone else proud even at your own expense. Neither system is purely right, neither is purely wrong, but one of them is invisible to most of the world. And invisible systems are the most powerful systems of all, because you can't fight what you can't name. Face isn't just a cultural quirk, it is the hidden engine behind the rise of Asia, the silent rule that explains everything from why a CEO refuses to admit a mistake in a meeting, To why a teenager studies 14 hours a day. To why a family will go into debt to throw a wedding that looks a certain way. The West chases money. Asians chase something that money can't buy and can't replace. Now you know what it is.